Top 5 tips if you're a first-time home buyer and you don't want to screw up your loan. Number 5 would be don't co-sign on a loan for somebody else. I can't tell you how many times I've been working on a loan with somebody, they're excited to get into their new home, and then I get a phone call that they just co-signed for their brother or their boyfriend or whoever it might be to help them with their new loan, maybe a new car or whatever it is, and they don't realize that that is going to affect their income versus debt ratio and will affect their approval. Top tip 4, keep paying your bills on time. It seems obvious, right? But sometimes there's so much going on and you're doing inspections and you're doing appraisals and you're coming up with earnest money and you're doing all these other things. I've had people forget that they might have had a bill out there that maybe it doesn't even have a balance, but the annual payment comes due or whatever it might be. Just pay attention to your credit and make sure you're paying on time every month so we don't have any kind of surprises that we don't want to see. Top tip number 3, don't put money into your bank account that is unmarked, meaning not your paycheck, something that we can tie, like maybe you got an IRS refund or you sold a car and you can document it. Those things are fine. What we don't want to see is a big $5,000 cash deposit that we have no idea where it came from. That could mess up your loan approval. Top tip number 2, keep your job. Let's not get fired from our job. That also seems obvious, right? But I have a lot of people call me and say, hey, I'm so excited. I just got a new job and I'm gonna switch from one job to the other. Now that might be okay, but sometimes it's not okay. If you're moving from a salaried position to a fully commissioned position, or all of a sudden you're gonna be a contract employee, I've had people say, well, I'm gonna be making more money. That's great, but if you change your structure, it may not work for your loan. Call your loan officer. Let's make sure you're not gonna do something that is going to screw up your loan approval. And top tip number 1, don't go buying anything new without talking to your lender. It's not the time to get a new car to put in your new garage, or a new boat to put in your backyard if you're gonna buy on a lake, or anything that is a large purchase whatsoever should not happen during your loan mortgage process until you've closed on your loan and you've gotten the keys. If you find that you have to make a move with, let's say, a vehicle, maybe your car breaks down and you need a new car, talk to your loan officer. I'm not saying it can't happen, but let's not have it be a surprise and all of a sudden your loan approval doesn't work anymore. And it's a big disappointment for all involved and you'll probably lose your earnest money. So those are the top 5 tips if you're buying a home to make sure you don't screw up your mortgage loan. Give me a call if you have more questions. I'd love to help you come up with a great plan for you to get into a home.